Hello, so I wanted to show you the kits that we took to the Northcoast 500, so I'm just going to kind of go through just the bits and bobs that we took. First thing is first, obviously I had my cycling gear on, bibs, three-quarter tights, base layer, top, helmet, etc., glasses, but I also took this little thing which most of us have got, which I just thought was pretty neat just for safety, just to quickly wrap around your leg, and it just gives a bit more visibility. The people in Scotland are generally really generous on the driving and give you loads of room, but there are always some idiots that don't. So just something around visibility is important. Quickly show you the bike. Obviously I've got a front pack and a rear pack. The front pack was mostly for sort of like waterproofs. You can see that, which I think is really, really important. It's got bungees. Let me show you what it is. I got this off of Amazon. It was about £14 retail price, and it is a Lomo. What's really good about this, it can go as big and as short as you want. You can cover the handlebars. The most important thing is actually bungees. Soon realised this with tyres, so I actually put my flip-flops here. I also then, when I got warm, I put my gloves inside, and then sometimes when we go through different sort of like right, we'd stop and then get off and start riding again. I might want to put a jacket on, and we'll get hot, take it off, or I just want to put it off, you know, just keep it around me. I just like literally put it in here. And I did find during the day, because of different elevations and different sort of like climate, sometimes I need like a little rain jacket on, sometimes I wouldn't. So this is something I would use a lot. Inside, you will see, I'm going to empty it in front of you. I've got front light, I've got rear lights, a bobble hat, mostly because if we had a mechanical or it got cold, because you never know what the condition's going to be like, I can keep my head warm. There's a percentage, like 50% of your heat comes from your head, something like that, so having a warm head can do good, but didn't use it. I also had, I took long trousers just for the evening after the cycle ride, very light, can just pack up really small, didn't use them, but could be useful. I took a head torch, which was really useful. Again, I didn't use it, but it could be useful if you break down, get a mechanical, and you need something to keep the lights on, or maybe you've got a failure in one of your front lights. At least you've got this to keep going, or you've got mechanical and you need to see it. I also took a sort of like thicker sort of like jacket. That's good just for sort of like colder climates. I use it for the first day. Just got too warm. When I warmed up, I got a little bit wet inside, so I couldn't take it off because then I'd be cold. What I used in the end was just sort of like a rain jacket, which I'll show you. I just like unzipped it, just let the breeze in, kept it on my shoulders and my arms, which kept me a little bit warm, or I just took it off. Or I zipped it up if I needed to, but I didn't really use this. So that's the sort of like the front pack, and on the front I also used the Garmin Explorer, which was invaluable. So downloaded the course, big screen, a swipe screen, and it showed me the direction I needed to go in, the distance. I could set all the different screens up to what I wanted to be displayed. What's really useful is just switching backwards and forwards to different screens. The screen I used the most was the elevation, just so I could see what was coming up, how far I had to get on the climb, how far I had to go, how far I was in the climb. For me, it just like gave me what was coming up, and I like that. To other people, they may not want to know how big the climb is or how small the climb is. They just want to go for it. Whereas for me, it actually from breaking it down and seeing what's ahead really helped me from a mental point of view. That's really, really good, and the swipe is really important because you want to do a swipe rather than toggle. So on the back, to show you, I have another backpack, and this really is carrying my overnight clothes and tools. Let me just get this out. This one is the Rhino Walk, and it was really good. It's fully waterproof. Again, bungees on top, so I could put a jacket or whatever on there, which is really, really good. I took some overshoes. Didn't need them, didn't use them, but was in the car park and some women overheard us while we was umming and ahhing taking them, and they said take them, so we thought we better take them, but we didn't use them in the end, but just in case. This is really good. Bag. What I've got in here, and I'll open it up, is my base layer, which I wore pretty much every day. And I wore it underneath my just cycling jersey. Pretty much that's what I wore then. As I said, every now and then I put my waterproof jacket on. I did bring this back as a souvenir for my wife. You may be able to see that. It's very nice. We love Scotland. I think I'm probably more that person. That was good. That was appreciated. And then what else have we got? Toiletries, toothbrush, deodorant, face cream, toothpaste. I've also got Glide, which I use in my triathlon. I used that on the backside for the first few days, but found that it just wasn't enough. Thankfully, I had some Vaseline. Vaseline saved the day. The Glide is just too light. It just isn't heavy duty enough for that type of riding, for that distance. So the Vaseline is totally recommended, because I didn't want to take a big pot of like chamois cream or anything like that, because I was out of the space. So the small little Vaseline is an absolute must. Small little Vaseline. That's a saver. What else have I got in here? I had things like spare blocks, food. If I couldn't get it out on the ride because there's a lot of shops closed, there's hardly anywhere where you could get specialist sort of like food other than your normal energy bars, Mars bars, flapjacks, etc. Also put some sort of souvenirs. I gave this to Nick as a medal, and then I bought a fridge magnet, which was the 500 route, but not necessary. I took, this is sort of like my nightwear, so to speak. When we come back from the ride after a shower, just took some shorts. I folded up nice and tightly. I also took a nice spare t-shirt, which was good. Ironman virtual, obviously, but this wasn't virtual, this is a real ride. Spare underwear, one set of pants. I took some arm warmers, just in case. Used them some mornings and then just took them off like you normally do. Spare bike torch, and that's more, rather than an LED one, it's more of a see where you're going. Puncture repair kit, and obviously I took cables, so watch cable charger and the bike computer charger, important, and a phone charger. So those are my three main chargers, and obviously something to plug it in with. Spare tubes. Obviously my spare tools. This is what I would normally carry out on a normal road bike, a normal ride, which normally sits in my drink, but that's, got your spare tubes, your CO2s, your tools, your multi-tool, and your bike lead, your tube tyre levers, normal stuff in there. And then I took, you can see I packed for everyone. I took a spare foldable hoodie, just in case I needed it. Didn't need it. And then also took another thicker base layer. Again, packed for everyone else. Didn't need it. And most importantly, the tools that I took. So let me bring the camera over and stop it for a second. I can show you the tools. Hi, so if you remember, I was going to show you what's in the tool bag, but before I do, I forgot that I got and took a neck warmer or mozzie thing, midges, but didn't use it either. But worth taking, but I'll still take that and everything else mostly. So what's in the kit? Here's, open the bag, and you can see I'm going to just empty it and then talk you through each one of them. So 3 zip ties long, just in case anything happens, like spokes, cassette, you know, just mechs and brakes and whatever. I can just got something spare. Then I took a multi-tool, multi-knife, like with scissors, screwdrivers, knives, can openers, picks, just to make sure I can cut things, cut things. CO2 spares, long nose pliers, just to kind of get into places that I need to. Some more heavier duty tyre levers. I took a spare canister for pit stop, just in case I want to put some foam in to do a quick repair, or I've got a bigger repair. I took a pump, which is very small and very nice, just in case I run out of CO2s. I took some lube as well, wet lube, which I did put on and left overnight. I took some masking tape, some insulation tape, just to make sure I can tie things up if I need to, like bar tape, which I did do, or anything else. I took some speed links, which was really good. Just organised that. And I also took some spare brake blocks, which are important. We talked about the spare tube. We talked about cables and chargers. Inside the bag, I also took, which you may be able to see here, just a spare chain breaker tool, and then just a small ratchet with little ends, which I can just go and fix the bike in a bit more of a robust way, and that's a lifeline, a mini little toolkit. I also took a pressure gauge just to make sure I got the right pressure. If I needed to check the pressure, we didn't have any punches, so that was all good. No punches there, and that's a little lifeline thing. And then lastly, a spare rear mech hanger for my bike. So that was that. So just to recap, we had let's line this up, insulation tape, spare CO2, pen knife, nice multi-tool, air canister, a proper pump if I needed it, pads, chain tool, levers, mech hanger, speed links, lube, blocks, spare tube, seen the Vaseline, puncher kit, and then lights and computer. And don't forget the Scottish mug. There you go.